All right, we're back. Hope y'all still with us out there, doing good. Um, so, um, speaking of not being black enough,
Mm.
Joe Biden.
What were we speaking of? We weren't even
Yeah, I
speaking
was
about
like,
that.
We weren't at all.
I was confused.
Joe Biden was on the Breakfast Club, being interviewed by Charlemagne the God. And at some point during the interview, I don't know what Charlemagne asked him. And Joe Biden's answer was, y'all got to decide or still trying to figure out if you're going to vote between me or Trump, y'all ain't black.
Thank you, Joe Biden, for telling me how to be black. I appreciate it.
Do you have a clip we can watch?
The whole interview was nuts, honestly.
Let's see if I can find it.
Yeah.
Did you watch the whole thing?
Yeah, I did. It was 20 minutes. I was like, I ain't doing nothing.
So what's your take on Joe in terms of just speaking?
He can't. The man does not form... you cannot follow where he's going with his point. That entire interview, Charlemagne, I felt, from what I was perceiving, Charlemagne was literally just trying to basically say, Joe, what are you going to do for black people? Lay out your plan. Joe just kept going back to stuff that he's done in the past and then referencing these plans he's written out and these things that we need to look up. And I'm just like, no, it's actually your job to make it clear to us what you're going to do in the interest of black people. But you keep pulling up stuff from your history. And it's historically, you already have a spotty record at best.
Right.
So it's just, I don't know. It's just always frustrating listening to him talk. And then I'm just like, we really could have had Elizabeth Warren sitting up here, but here we are.
Elizabeth or Bernie? Bernie was willing to lay his life down, man. That man had a heart attack.
Really would.
He had a heart attack and kept going. He was going to lay his life down for us. And y'all couldn't let him have it.
Well, crap. I was about to say something, but I forgot. Oh, but the exact quote that Biden said was towards the end when they were trying to wrap the interview up because they were already over time, apparently.
Oh, he almost made it out of there.
So, they were trying to wrap it up, and Charlemagne was trying to get him to just, make his, he was trying to make his final statements, and that is what came of it.
I found it.
You found it?
Host disable attendee screen sharing.
What's it say?
I can't share anything.
Lon, you have to share your screen. Yes, look at us troubleshooting.
I just fixed it.
Here. I'm sending it in chat. Here.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Yeah. So you can leave me on. This is the third time he done not able people to share stuff.
I don't know. I gotta fix that in the middle of whatever it is. You got one screen over here. You asking for a lot. All right.
Now you gotta watch the advertisements and everything too. Now, I had mine queued up.
Why didn't you say it?
Here we go. We can't hear anything.
Just read the captions.
Wait.
Well, we also doing a podcast, Victoria. So.
Oh,
you mean
I'll be Joe.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's fun. Go ahead.
No,
wait. How you share the audio too?
No, I'm not going to get.
You have to change
the content.
Oh, Jesus!
What the audio source. There's a lot. Y'all go watch the clip yourself. Yeah. Just Google Joe Biden. If you ain't black, that's it.
Yeah. Don't worry, we'll get that right next week.
That'll be fun.
Okay, how do I? Lord Jesus. All right, yeah. It seemingly came at the end of the interview. I think he was trying to be funny.
Please stop.
And it's just
he was trying to be funny.
It's too
that's worse.
See, Keith,
exactly.
That's
it was all bad. It was all bad.
Full circle, man.
It was all bad. But yeah, it was just that thing of like, it definitely read as like, you are far too comfortable, or like,
yes.
You're far too comfortable. You think you're down. Like, you're not down, Joe. Stop.
And the way he said it, and he like laughed at the end, and I was like,
he laughed.
Oh, he did.
Yes.
He was trying to say it
with that
yes.
huge horse teeth smile.
Horse teeth smile. And it's just like, bro, you're not. Yeah. What did I say?
I said he thought he was Joe Budden for a second.
Right. We'll forgive that bar. I think that he thought he was invited to the cookout, but he didn't realize the only reason he was at the cookout was because he came with a friend, which was Obama, and he said he got too comfortable.
No, Victoria said he had his feet on the table.
Mm-hmm. He did have his feet on the table.
Got his feet on the table. You too comfortable, bro. You're not. I don't think if I can see how anybody would be upset about what he said. I could see how they would misinterpret what he said. I can see how they could be like, bruh, you're not allowed to make that joke. And I don't want to, I'm not going to put words in his mouth or break it down for him. When he said it, I laughed.
Because you knew he was in a whole heap of trouble.
Like
he did the finger, he did the spirit fingers.
He basically should have at that point, because that's how he delivered it.
He gave us "You Ain't Black" off the dismount.
Yes. Like, ta-da, check me out.
It was tough to watch because I'm like, Joey, they go. Joey, this ain't it.
He had his feet on the couch.
Oh, on the couch.
He had his feet on the couch.
They were on the couch.
Yes.
Just
Joey. Joe Biden, you had your feet on the couch and they were talking about you in the kitchen. Okay, they already been talking about you. Mm-hmm. So you should have came in that house, said good afternoon, and brought something with you.
He brought nothing to the table.
You came empty-handed, Joe. You came empty-handed, and then you was talking smack about the mac and cheese. You can't do that.
He came empty-handed.
Allergies.
He came empty-handed, but wanted to leave with stuff.
With a full plate.
Mm-hmm.
Shameful.
Wanted to leave with a to-go plate.
Talking about y'all ain't got no foil. It's fine. I just put another plate on top of it. It's fine. But had it not been him, I don't like how, yes, he was trying to make a joke. It was ill-timed and ill-advised. I get he was trying to say, hey, if you're even thinking about choosing Trump in the way he has talked about and or treated people of color during his term as president, then I would advise you to take a second look. But you can't just come up and say, if you thinking about that, then you ain't black.
Right.
You can't do that, bro.
You gonna be at the polls revoking black cards? I'm confused.
Yeah, bro. You have to be more poised and more articulate than that. Like, you're not in the space to do that, bro.
You felt like that was a space because that was the Breakfast Club he was on.
Exactly.
He felt like that was definitely the space.
No, your
vast majority of people that listen to this show are of African descent.
Yes.
And this is the place to say it.
This is how I'm gonna get them. Yeah.
He was like, it was like, it just made sense to him. Like, let me just put it in plain English to say this.
You ain't black.
He heard it somewhere else, and he was like, "That's gonna be my new campaign slogan."
That'll razzle dazzle him.
Right. Like that's a wow factor, but everybody gonna be on board. Like, you know what? He's right.
now that I think about it,
and he's
this
right.
does determine my vote.
He's right,
but not the issue.
That's the annoying part of it. It's just like, had it been more eloquently stated, yeah, like the way Lon put it, yes, that is how it should have been presented. But it's just like, bruh, the delivery was just horrendous.
Like, before I go, man, I just wanted to let you know, me and my team are working tirelessly to make sure that people of color are not left behind in this country, like they've been for.
Why don't you be someone's campaign manager?
Be somebody Simone Sanders.
I can't deal with the stress.
Well, be a campaign manager's campaign manager. Good this man to say. Yes, Victoria's right. That's the issue. Was that yes, he's right. But and that's a lot of the issue all the time, a lot of the time, right? It's not that you weren't right in what you were saying.
Yeah.
It's you should not have been the one to say it.
Yes. Not in that manner.
And especially not with that level of candor.
Yes. At all.
Because that's what we're saying, people. He got too comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so there's a certain way in which you talk when you're amongst people that, you know, that you have to regard and people that you don't know too well. And then there's a certain way that you talk to people that you all the way cool with. And I've never been cool with people that should have a certain regard for me, that don't know me, that come in there acting like they've been my friend for years. I've always hated that.
Yeah, I'm like, who you talking to, bro? Like, I don't know you.
We're not friends.
Like, I don't know you. And but I think I think much of his comfort just comes from feeling like they voted for him in the primaries. Obama's endorsed him. He is with what they would perceivably say the party for people of color, the Democratic Party, although they have multiple times dropped the ball on return on investment that people have put into them. And I think it is a very dangerous statement to not be able to explain. Like, because then people feel like, well, just because I'm black, I'm supposed to vote for you. And then it's like, nah, bro, you need to explain that. Because yes, people of color, like, we're not monolithic, but there are certain things that we deal with and how we're addressed in this country that blankets us as people of color, that we are affected by as people of color, period. So you have, people need to feel like you're taking your time to speak to all of that and not just trying to get a joke off because you want to be funny and be lovable and likable on a morning show.
I think we're also concerned. Oh, no, go ahead, Keith. Okay.
Well, I'll go because mine is less serious.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Here's how he should have did this. He should have had the idea if he came up with it in his racist mind, because I was racist. I'm gonna just put that out there also. Kind of a racist thought. It was black. It's black saviory. It was white saviorish.
Nobody.
Yeah.
You cannot. You can't. You can't be the one to say that as a white man in power.
That's what I'm saying. White savior, and
not
like
that way.
And because I'm your white savior is what that says. So but you've already had the thought. Okay, I've had the thought. It's in my mind. I can't let this thing go. How y'all not voting for me? Y'all not really black. If y'all not voting for me,
why y'all even on here criticizing me? Like, what's the problem?
Right,
who else y'all got?
Who you got? Right. So that's the thought, right? That's the thought. So, instead of just being blatant about it, what you do is you get a film crew together. You go out on the streets and you poll people and you talk to people about Joe Biden and what do they
Correct.
think about Joe Biden? Biden. Freudian slip. So yes, you do that. Then you take one woman aside. You take a woman aside, preferably on the, preferably on the
I'm so
lesser franchise type of things, for lack of better terms, because there are better terms out there.
Franchise?
Yep, you take her aside.
Oh Lord.
And then you say, and you feed her the line. Okay, so we want you to say, don't tell her it's from the top floor, it's from Joe Biden himself, because you don't want that to get out there. You take her aside and say, can you say, if you don't vote for Joe Biden, you ain't black? Can you say that?
Not the boom.
Make us sign an NDA.
Yep. Right there on the spot. And that's how you do that. But you ladle that in there with all the other organic questions. And I'm sure I'm not the first person that has thought about that had this sort of propaganda flow through. And yes, let that run, but don't say that I'm Joe Biden and I endorse this thing. Just let it be out there. Mm-hmm. Let it be said. Let it go viral all by itself.
And like address it mid-campaign and say, I've seen a video that's been floating around and I just wanted to address it. Now, I don't necessarily fully agree with the way the young lady was trying to explain.
Giving more advertisement to the thought itself. Mm-hmm. That's how, and that's diabolical, by the way. But still,
it is. But
like,
aren't politicians?
Trump is diabolical. The day of, merch goes up on his site.
Yo, literally within like an hour.
With a
black model at that.
Black model with a terrible lace front on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Somebody that's like
Trump's doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And the shirt says, y'all ain't black, quoting Joe Biden. And he has a little YouTube video to go along with it saying that Joe Biden's racist. And
this our president. And this is the president these are the two potential presidents that we have to choose from.
I heard somebody say at this point we're just voting for cabinet. Like, who's gonna have the best cabinet? Because both of them are just
a train wreck.
Like,
it's a circus show.
That's it. And I feel like Joe will probably do a better job at it because they're already coming together to form the little Democratic Voltron. It's like all hands on deck now because I guess they realize or see it's more serious. And losing the next 4 years might be more costly than their egos are willing to afford themselves. So, man,
black people, please still go vote though.
Because we need some. You need something for that vote, man. Like, it got to be more than just the same old. Like, it got to be something, man. It has to be. And I'm not saying that. No, I don't think anyone is saying that they're going to vote for Trump or they're willing to have him be in power for another 4 years. What they're saying is like, yo, we know that y'all can do better. Do better. Okay? Because the lackluster stuff is what has costed y'all. That's what costed y'all the last 4 years. Thinking y'all just going to get by on the thought of like, y'all not going to vote for me and y'all ain't black. That's literally what they've been trying to get by on the last couple of years. The pandering.
Yes, he said what. Yeah, he said what they all said amongst themselves.
Oh, we got this in the bag. They're gonna vote for you.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. I don't see where.
And if they don't, then they ain't black.
They ain't black.
And you know how much they love being black.
I mean, we do though.
Absolutely.
But not in a way that's gonna alter what he thinks is gonna happen.
Black people still need to go vote. I'm not saying it's because like no, please. Okay, not even if it's just no, y'all have to go vote. Because here's what's gonna happen. Because at this point, my thing is like I'm not saying that Joe Biden should deserves anything from us because he hasn't shown anything for it at this point, in my opinion. But I say that because it's more than just the president that needs to be voted for at all. So I still need y'all to go to the polls because I can't, because I already have saw multiple people being like, I'm not even going to vote after this situation. And I was just like, y'all, it's not just about, it's not.
And I mean, on a scale,
like, this is what happened last time.
Yeah,
so
on
we're
a
clear.
Scale of 1 to KKK, like, you know, I'm not giving him a pass for it because he has apologized for it. Something we have yet to see from Trump, an apology for anything.
He like a black parent.
But actually,
you don't have time for that, man. That's another conversation, man.
I'm like a black parent, bro.
You don't apologize, just get you something new. Take you to the toy store or something.
Y'all want
get you McDonald's.
not even. They give you food. Right.
Go to McDonald's.
You in this McDonald's.
McDonald's.
You don't go to McDonald's? It's like, no, you need to apologize. That was traumatic.
Yes.
And I'm gonna snap on somebody in 10 years and I'm not gonna know why. And then I'm gonna remember, oh, you did this. And you didn't apologize, and I harbored it. And now I, as an adult, have to work through my own forgiveness issues, and I have to bring things to you. And now when you say stuff, I'm old enough to respond. And then you're going to be like, why you got to be like that?
look at Lon making time for it.
Right. I was like, I thought we didn't have time for this.
I was just saying, man. Anyway.
Okay.
I agree, though.
Yeah, man. Apologize. Like, say sorry. Like, you're never to let your ego go and know where you need to apologize to your kids. Man. It's all right.
It's a part of parenting.
Man, in the long run, it'll be healthier for them and for you. So it's okay to say sorry, and it's okay to be wrong. And if you don't teach your kids that, then that's a whole other why we have the Trumps of the world, because I'm never wrong. Oh Lord. They arrested William Bryan, the person that was recording the McMichaels as they murdered Ahmaud Arbery. He shout out to his lawyer for convincing him that leaking the tape was going to be good for everyone, and it has been good for everyone. Just so they could see what happened. He claimed that he just saw a truck he knew and started recording, which
that don't even make sense.
Anyway,
it do make sense.
If I see Keith's car, I might pull my camera out, but like if I see some guns come out, I'm stopping. There's a whole.
If I see a car driving down the street that I know get busy, that I know do some stuff, it might be something that I might want to rewind and watch and tell my friends about later.
Possible.
I just question if he actually recognized the car. I still believe that somebody tipped him off. Yeah. Or like, I don't know. I just have a heart, especially in Brunswick, Georgia. I'm like, everybody drives a daggone pickup truck. How did you know specifically? Like, oh, that's the McMichael's boy.
Because he keep his flag on this side, and he keep his flag on this side. So I know that's it.
So he's been charged with the same thing that I think he didn't get charged with aggravated assault, but he got charged with felony murder. Which, if no one knows, that's when the murder happens in the while a crime is being committed. So because they drew their guns on Ahmad, that was already aggravated assault. So if you didn't also murder him, that's felony murder, which is actual. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I might have to correct myself next week, but you get more years for that than first degree. So I think he's in jail without bond, if I'm not mistaken, because they all are, and they're not able to get out.
Why is it his fault? Why is he charged for murder? Because this is going to blow back in our faces from what you're telling me.
So I think
from what I'm hearing, at least.
No, because he was there when it happened, and he was recording it. So what I'm thinking is the story that he's telling, that he just saw a truck and he was recording, is not lining up with what the brothers probably have told the GBI. So I'm assuming that's what happened, because as far as I've read, that's all. Because he's been on ABC, he's been in the news.
There's a GBI, the Georgia Bureau of Investigation.
Yeah. So the GBI is the one that stepped in and actually arrested people, because the local police didn't do anything.
They wasn't doing nothing.
So the GBI got wind of it. They saw it, and they were like, "This happened when? Wait, what?"
Mm-hmm. Right, and y'all did nothing.
And y'all, I was like, "Nah, we good." So it took them 2 days. 2 days after it popped up, and that was it. And they got him. And I think they were taking more time to kind of figure out whether or not they could arrest the guy that was videoing it. And I think he tried to get ahead of it by getting on the news and putting his face out there and trying to be like, well, I don't even know. And they were like, "Nah, we know.
Look at my haircut. Do I look like I made the same decision?" No, but listen, man. This is what I'm saying, that is going to blow back in our faces. I was watching, incredible movie. I'm going to watch it again tonight. An incredible movie that hasn't gotten any publicity. The Banker.
Is that Apple TV?
It's the Apple TV and some other DSPs as well.
Okay.
Not to give away the movie, but there was a certain situation in which these guys had to travail through, where they were trying, or the government or whomever, or the powers that be, were trying to make an example out of these guys. So if they said that they were guilty of this, then yeah, they would have been guilty of it. But if they said that they were innocent of it, they would have been like, all right, well, cool, y'all are innocent of it. That's fine. Nick, y'all are found innocent. But now, because y'all were found innocent of this, we're going to put more laws in place so that the next person that tries to do this will be found guilty.
Doesn't get out.
Right. Okay. So I bring that up because I'm thinking about this situation in our regard. So now he goes down for recording. He goes down for killing people, or for murdering Ahmaud Arbery.
Yeah, I found
just for recording, and I'm not going to say just recording.
So I found it.
Oh,
my bad. My bad to interrupt before this one.
Let me say this. Let me land. I was watching. Who does
that?
I saw it last night on 90 Day Fiance. He was like, I'm coming. Let me land.
There's a pastor that says that though. When he's about to wrap
Moochie.
up. Oh no, it's not Moochie. Moochie not that corny.
No. So if he gets found guilty of this, going forward with us, when we're we're out there and we're recording police officers and brutality and all of that type of stuff, and this guy gets killed because of that, they can probably charge us for that as well, no?
I mean, they got, what's his name? The guy that recorded Eric Garner's death, they got him caught up because he had some previous charges and they found a way to get him locked up for recording it.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
exactly what I'm saying.
So this is what they said. He got charged with murder. And they're saying in charging him with murder, officials said that Mr. Bryan, who had joined the pursuit of Mr. Arbery and filmed the confrontation in late February from a short distance, had contributed to his death by attempting to confine and detain him with his vehicle. So he's been charged with murder and criminal attempt to commit false imprisonment.
Yeah, man, that's different. He had more than in play than just recording.
I think he may have tried earlier on in the pursuit, and that's come to light. Because from the video, it's just him outside. Well, him from inside his car. So them boys probably told more than what they gave him initially. So,
by the way, we are finding out more and more about this about Ahmaud Arbery.
Yeah,
and how unscrupulous he was in his past.
At times.
But still,
nothing
doesn't matter.
I don't care what this boy did.
And it's like shoplifting. Okay, what's up? Y'all making it out there? Yeah, it's shoplifting, and I'm like, okay, what that got to do with him getting hunted down and killed? Shoplifting, y'all stay taking stuff from y'all jobs. Pens and papers and coffee mugs and toilet paper. Time. Stealing time. Ain't nobody hunt y'all down and kill y'all.
Yeah, when I first heard about stealing time, I fell out.
You ain't steal time?
I was like, that's a thing.
I stole mad time at one of my corporate jobs, bro.
All right.
Going down in the game. Yeah, I'm about to go take something out of IT. Go to the game room for a little bit. But that's these new free companies. Like you just have to put your 8 hours in. We don't care what you do. It's unlimited PTO.
I hate people who do unlimited PTO. It's a scam.
Like, it's not unlimited, bro.
It's a scam.
As long as you get your work done, we don't care. I'm like, yeah, you do care, bro.
Why is it not a scam? Well, why is it a scam? Why is it a scam?
Because there's a cap on it. HR is not going to allow it.
Also, from my experience, any place that's like, as long as you get your work done, they are the main ones who are like, are you sure all your work is done? Bruh. When you're trying to take time off? It's like, yo, am I grown or am I grown? Like, if I'm telling you my work is done, my work is done.
The check-in kings, man. Come on. We checking in for?
I'm like, are you? And then also, it's just like, they still push this culture of like, you still feel like you can't really, because it's so free, you're like psychologically tricked into being like, well, I can't let y'all know that I know. That
it's hilarious. It's like, and I think it's funny, especially when you have like a good track record of getting stuff done. And it's like, yo, you know I'm good for this. Like, why are you calling me right now? Like, I'm good. Like, I got it. But yeah,
it's a mess.
There's a new kid.
It also varies by managers, because all managers don't have the same. Like, I had one job where one team's manager actually held that up in terms of like, if your work is done, you don't have to be here. But my manager, one day, I wanted to leave at 4 versus 6 because my work was done, and she hit me with the, "Oh, okay. I mean, are you sure there's nothing else for you to do today?" And I looked her dead in her face, and I was like, "Yes, I'm sure. I will see you tomorrow."
All right. But yeah, honor y'all bosses. Be respectful of them. Stuff like
bosses
that.
Be respectful as well, though.
As well. People be forgetting that Fathers
They
don't
really
provoke your
do.
sons to
Like,
wrath.
yo.
Stuff. When they be throwing out that. Children, obey your parents in the Lord. No, but
Amen.
you're provoking me right now. It also says, fathers don't provoke your sons.
I remember I told my parents.
You dropped that on them?
Wait.
What you want me to do? Say sorry?
Like, yes, in fact, I would.
I dropped on my parents one day. I was like, it says children obey your parents in the Lord. I was about 16 when I said this. And it was like, yeah. And I was like, that means if y'all not acting in the Lord, I ain't got to obey y'all.
Oh my gosh.
They were like, no. I was like, that's exactly what that means. I just sat in the
glad
back
you're
seat.
here with us.
I just sat in the back seat of that car and was like, I was like,
what you gonna
Tell
do?
me I'm wrong.
Look.
Tell me I'm wrong.
They told me I was wrong.
Of course.
That's
That's not
like,
helping their cause.
It was like, right. They're like, because we are in the Lord, because we are Christians, and that's you need to obey us
Right.
regardless. I was like,
Nah.
no.
That's
Look,
not how that
man,
works.
let's just be honest. Sometimes Christians are trash, okay? It happens, man. And there's grace for that. But it happens. It happens. Anyway,
Y'all heard me whisper that though, so I'll say it. I'll say that.
Whisper what?
Nothing. I'm not going to repeat it if I whispered it.
Oh, I ain't hear you whisper. I'm gonna run it back and see if I hear it when I'm editing it.
You heard me say it. You responded, but it's okay. We recorded this on Memorial Day, so I want to say thank you to all of the people who died for this country. No matter how we paint it, you guys died for this country, and that itself is very honorable. So we want to say thank you for the liberties and the freedoms that we get to enjoy in this country. So I want to say thank you. I especially want to say a big thank you to my grandfather who was in the armed forces. Oh yeah, also it's Memorial Day. It's not Veterans Day, so don't tell veterans that are still living. Thank you. Don't do it. They get very upset. Don't do it.
Yes. Shout outs to all of them.
I mean, it's too late. If you're hearing this, it's too late.
Try again next year. 2021 will be your year.
Yes. Just know that you erred tremendously in all the people that you texted.
That are still
all
here.
The veterans that you texted today or yesterday.
Like, I'm still alive.
Yeah, that's why they was mad, okay? Or why they didn't respond.
It'll be funny if they get mad and then you'd be like, yeah, I know. I'm alive. And I'm like, yeah, I know why I'm texting you.
What? I don't
Anyway, this has been Thank God for the group chat. We really appreciate y'all. Stay safe out there. You don't need to go to the club.